I'm Dennis Cometti. Today, back at Etihad Stadium. And joining me in the box for special comments will be Matthew Richardson.
Yes, thanks, Dennis. Real pleasure to be here for this game today.
Today, the Kangaroos versus the Bulldogs. Run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it.
Sing it one and all. Join in the chorus. North Melbourne's on the ball. Good old North Melbourne, they're champions, you'll agree. North Melbourne is the team that plays to win by you and me.
We have the toss of the coin. Waiting for the siren now. The sound of the first bounce.
It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has it. It's the will to prepare to win that matters.
The ball picked up. Hand passed by Goldstein. He's heading for home. Goal. Demont kicks his first. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Goldstein directs it down. Morris gets the ball. He grabs it on the run. Turner picks up the loose ball. McDonald passes it, slams it on the boot. Out of bounds near the 50. Bolton Kelly hits it. Almost a mark, but it bounces off his chest. Sends the Sharon on its way. Slams it on the boot. A solid mark from Sutton.
Sutton is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. He gets it under pressure. He boots it. And the ball crosses over the boundary. And the ball goes out of play. He gets a fist to it. Atley has the ball. Atley mops up the ball.
Knocks it down in front. Thomas puts the ball in the hands of fate. Demont should have just handed it to Johannesson. Hits the running man. The wind gets that kick a little more distance. Bolton Kelly with the bump. Suckling with a big bump to Goldstein. Gives it to the running man. Gets a handball away. Lovely hand pass. Hits the man. Nice interception. That'll be a free for a push. Jams it on the boot. Thompson looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Suckling looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Boyd with the mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So I tell me. Redpath presents and takes the mark. Lining up the goal now. A chance to even the scores right here. The Bulldogs get there first. You can feel the intensity build as both Ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Roughead hits it. He controls the bouncing ball. There'll be a ball up in the center square. Clean tap out of the ruck. The spilled ball is collected. Sends it on its way. Boyd with the mark. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Sends it home with a mighty kick. First goal for Boyd. The Western Bulldogs flying goal. Umpire bounces the ball. Brown hits it. The bouncing ball is controlled. Grabs the footy. He takes control of the loose ball. Cunnington picks it up. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Going for goal number one. Gets the distance. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here we go. Batted down nicely by Goldstein. Send the top in, big fella. The ball mopped up. Soccer kick. The ball spills to Wood. With the ball now. Bontempelli runs past and gets the ball.
Rovac just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid go. Puts boot to ball. just wasn't able to grab it cleanly. Morris gets the loose ball, swallowed with handball. The ball is gathered. He takes possession. He gains possession, sending it on its way. He gets the upper hand.
Hits it across the ground. He wins the contest. Ruffhead with a gigantic kick. The ball picked up. Thompson just squeezes the kick out. Pickett. Smith. He boots it. I don't think he envisaged that result. McDonald spills it. Nicely intercepted by Dunkley. The ball goes out of bounds. Umpire calls for a throw-in. The ball is being tossed in. Big thump from Goldstein is in his possession. Tackle, but gets the handball off. He takes control of the loose ball. He picks up the loose ball. Thompson intercepts it. Cunnington plays it off to the running man. The wind gives that kick a little more distance. Suckling collects it. A clean pickup. Going for goal number 1. Kicks goalward, but it won't have the desired outcome. Let's have a look at the stats.
Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close. Locked horns in the tackle contests, 17-15. North Melbourne with 16 kicks and the Western Bulldogs with 13 kicks. Not much in it.
Thanks for that, Richard. The siren sounds for the second quarter.
Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large differences in your results.
Rooted by Ruffhead. Gets a handball away. Slips the handball to Gibson. Jams it on the boot. Bumps the pigskin. Scoops up the ball.
Thomas can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. He's brought down and the ball is spilled. Hanson with the football. He gathers up the intercepted ball. Oh, I can tell that's definitely an injury. Bontempelli will be heading off the field. That looks really serious to me. He gets boot to the ball. Plenty of space for a very easy win.
Dumont searches for the man downfield.
Suckling wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. Goldstein with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to. Zeeble with the ball. The ball finds its target. Sending it on its way. He claims the ball.
Picks it. Nice work from Goldstein. Jams it on the boot now. That's not there. Dumont chasing ground with that effort. Jacobs urged on by the crowd. Prepares to kick. Kicks into the wind. Steady hands there as he holds that one. As cool as a prized marrow as he lines up for this shot. 50 metres out. Kicked by Roebuck. He has no trouble grabbing that one. 45 metres out. This kicking is unbelievable. Some people don't go that far for their hole. Kick the goal by Jacobs. The magnificent kick right through the middle. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome.
Jacobs has got good knowledge of the game and you can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster.
Interception.
Ruffhead has shown a lot of character with his recent performances. He handballs it. Dumont takes a shot, the ball's travelling, got the distance and the accuracy.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Goldstein outstretches his opponent to win the run. Cunnington throws it, clear as day. Chips it down towards half forward. He controls the bouncing ball. McMillan gets the hand pass. The kick is held up in the wind. He picks it up, pick and pick. Richard, what the heck happened there?
He looks to be in a lot of pain. He'll be going off now, definitely.
With the ball now, Dalhouse finds his man on the move. Gets boot to high. A good mark under the circumstances.
It's clear that the Kangaroos have been practicing their march during the week. They've racked up plenty of patches, contested or not, and it's showing on the scoreboard. He slams that on the boot. He lays off the pass, handballs it into open space. Wright puts his boot on it.
Smith gains possession. Bontempelli comes away with the ball. Great grab. This is a great angle to kick from. It's a beautiful angle right where you need it. And you have to say, that is magnificent. The Bulldogs, no need to worry just yet. Here's the bounce. Roughhead hardly provided a challenge. Has it now. Morris intercepts it. Turner goes back to collect the ball. A free kick and several tickets. Sends the ball to open space. Right. That was a super grab. It kicks it. What a goal. What a display of football. That was sensational. He sinks his first goal.
Roughhead has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team. Thompson, with handball definitely into his back then. Sending it on its way.
Gets the loose ball. Handball finds Roughhead. Redpath has seen plenty at the foot. Richo, what did the stats tell us?
Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. The Bulldogs are slightly ahead with 32 to 24.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Richo. We're halfway through this match and things are getting interesting. Players have been down to the rooms now and had some treatment, a talk from the coach, and should be ready for another half of football. I know we are.
There are only two options regarding commitment. You're either in or you're out. There is no such thing as life in between.
And the ball goes over the boundary line, close to goal. Roughhead taps. The ball knocked up. Goldstein kicks it out of congestion. Squeezes out a handball, kicked by Suckling. Cunnington was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Kicks. Morris chucks the ball away. Gets the ball free. Young picks it. Marked by Boyd.
Boyd may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. McMillan kicks the ball. Hanson with the mark. He kicks the ball. Wood is injured. Yeah, definitely something wrong there. He'll be coming off the ground as quick as he can. What a crunch. Wade handballs it. We have a free kick.
As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 20 metres from home. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. Redpath executes the goal well. That's two now. He's playing well. There's the bounce. Big thump from Roughhead. Exclamation point. How about that? Smothers it. He gains possession. He grabs it on the run. Dumont slams one on the boot for goal. It's hit the post. It's behind.
Boyd has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Hunter picks up the ball. Gives it to the running man. McDonald with the kick. Gives it to the running man. Morris decides to send it to space.
There'll be a ball up in the centre square. Roughhead taps it. Soccer kick. Goldstein gets it out of the congestion. Dumont marks it. He's a long way from home, but he's a chance. The ball is slammed towards goal by Dumont. North Melbourne lead the Western Bulldogs.
Dumont has got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game.
Waite gets the ball. He receives the handball. Jacobs soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses.
Jacobs just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid go. The umpire wants to throw it in. Brown gets a fist to it. That's an elite skill handballing when being tackled. That's an elite skill handballing when being tackled. Hunter didn't waste the opportunity. Roughhead receives the ball. Wood kicks it. It's a mark.
Puts the kick on the wing. Takes that one strongly. The wind carries the kick. Biggs intercepts the bouncing ball. with the ball now. Williams has the ball, gets the ball free. Approaching the goals now. Good use of the body by Kramer. Dumont with the football. He hand passes the ball, squeezes out a handball. He gets tackled as he hands it off. Dalhouse puts it on the boot. Out of bounds near the 50. Swallow making his way onto the field. Thomas wins the marking contest. Picks it. He hand passes the ball. He's running hot, Richard.
Yes, he's giving 100% right now.
Gibson launches it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Cunnington is a decent mark, although he really needs to work on his marking contest because he just isn't making an impression there. Sending it on its way, go back, taking aim. Puts boot to ball. Tarrant with the interception. Jacobs kicks for goal. Goal for North Melbourne.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. A dead straight bounce. Roughhead hits it. Controlled by Wright. Boyd thought he had him. Time to check those stats.
North Melbourne leading the mark tally with 35 on the board.
Cheers, Richard. It's time for the final quarter.
It's not over when you're losing terribly, it's over when you quit.
Morris passes. Quick hands find the running player. Approaching the goals now. And marked by Hansen. Not a pretty drop puck, but it gets away okay. Hits the running man. Redcap running in, about to kick. The Bulldogs needs 3 goals to get back in this. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce.
Goldstein is one of the most astute decision makers in the game. Footy is becoming more and more a thinking game, and you can't be out there purely on physical ability. He's a great asset to his club. Roughhead really wears his heart on his sleeve. Goldstein's just ridiculously consistent. I'd like to see a clanger from him for a change. When coaches have someone like him in the lineup, they can just sleep a lot easier knowing how reliable he is. He kicks it long. That's a nice strong mark. He boots it. Dumont with good strong hands.
Gains possession. Roback handles the ball for goal. Roback, ambitious kick. I can't believe it. It's a goal. A dead straight bounce. Goldstein got the hit out. He gets tackled as he hands it off. The ball mopped up. A difficult kick into this breeze. Williams onto the ball. Takes possession.
North Melbourne are hustling and hassling their opponents, forcing the Bulldogs into errors when they have the ball and limiting their opportunities to possess it at all. Swallow mops up the ball. He slams that on the boot. Atley with good strong hands. He kicks the ball. Rovac with real good use of the body. He kicks it long. Strong mark there.
Johannesson kicks. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster.
Zebu is a great overhead mark, but anything below his knees and he struggles to get down for. If he can add that to his game, he's going to go up another level. He picks it up. He gets the ball. Thompson kicks it, puts boot to ball. Rovac with real good use of the body.
Boots it. A loose ball scooped up. They've conceded possession. And he's heading for home. Exclamation point. How about that? Nice drop puck. He keeps it alive despite the traffic around him. Roughhead hand passes the ball to the runner going past. Off the ground. Thompson shoots off the handball. Handballs from the tackle. Cunnington is streaming past and gets the footy. Ziebel throws it. Clear as day. Boots it. Brown, a good crummer. Wallace with the interception. He gains possession.
Boy, really wears his heart on his sleeve. Tack. McRae gets the footy. Williams picks up the loose ball. Thompson plays it off to the man on the run. Right, handballs to the man on the move. He picks it up. Gibson hand passes the ball.
They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Punched by Campbell. Able to grab it on the half volley. Trims the grass with that one. He couldn't hang on. Handballs from the tackle. McRae gets a hard bump from White. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Slams it on the boot. He has space for an easy mark. A risky proposition from here. So we need a big kick to make the goals.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. But the Western Bulldogs forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot. Brown with the kick. It takes a strong mark.
North Melbourne wanted a victory, and they certainly haven't settled for anything less. Richo, any last-minute thoughts?
You have to take some positives out of the loss, but they're going to get judged by the media because it was just such a big game. You don't want to make a habit out of excessive losses like that.
Final scores are 50 to 31. That's it for this match. Thanks to my co-commentator, Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dennis. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you back soon.
Good old North Melbourne, the champions, you'll agree. North Melbourne is the team that plays to win for you.